What's up YouTube? Welcome to Geek Out Industries. I'm Mike and today I'd like to welcome you to the very first episode of TCG Timeline. This mini-series is basically a trip back through time on a specific card. So today's card is Charizard. I'll be teaching you when these were released, what sets they were released in, their current market values and variants that you should or need to know about. Now there are videos like this up online, but each one's only about 20 minutes long, and if Dragon Ball taught us anything, is that you stretch the hell out of everything that you can every time. Hashtag just saying. Okay, in this video I'll be showing you the Zards in chronological order from the oldest to the newest. I nearly said newest to the oldest, but that would be wrong. Bear in mind, these prices I'm giving may have changed depending on when you are watching this video. So that's my little disclaimer there. And all prices, unless otherwise mentioned, are for mint/near mint. I'm not going to be doing plays with collectors here, and we want the finest we possibly can. Right, so let's get into this. Okay, so 99% of you watching this will know that the first ever Charizard printed was a holo in the famous base set, released on the 9th of January 1999. And it was number 4 out of 102. Now there were 4 variants. A lot of people think there are 3, or a lot of people think there are 4, but one of them doesn't actually exist. So I'll go into that quickly. The first was the unlimited and the most common of all the base set Charizard cards. This is running around £70, but a year ago it was only at £45, $60. Now you can't get it for less than $70 or around $90. If you can, I suggest going out and getting one of these now before they just keep shooting up. The second variant is the 4th print. Now, this is an interesting one. It's actually rarer than the Shadowless Charizard, but it's not worth as much yet. At the moment, you can pick it up for about £100 to £120, but there were far fewer of these printed. And the reason is because it was a UK exclusive. They only printed this in the UK, they only existed in the UK, nowhere else in the world. And the second people catch on to this, the price is going to skyrocket. So if you ever do come across one, I would suggest buying it. The third variation is obviously the Shadowless Misprint. This is expensive. You're going to be looking at around £250 to £300, $350 to $400 for the near mints. They're just really hard to come by. Not as rare as the 4th print, but the Shadowless is the one that everyone wants over the unlimited. And because it was a misprint, they didn't print many of them, hence the value. And the 4th is the first edition. Now, English print only ever have a Shadowless first edition. When people go, oh no, do you mean Shadowless first edition or do you mean Shadowed first edition? What they've done is they've gone and seen probably a Spanish version which has the same name, Charizard, on the top and is shadowed, because all the foreign cards, like German and Spanish, those cards, they all had shadows on their first editions. It's only the English print that was shadowless. If you're gonna want one of these, you're not going to find one for less than £1,300 or $1,500. That's more than a lot of people's cars. It's just insane. But if you got the money, I'd probably buy one if I could. So that's the 4 variants of the base set Charizard. The second Charizard was actually a reprint of the first one. The second one was found in base set 2, released on the 24th of February 2000. There was never a first edition of this set. In fact, it's the only Wizards of the Coast booster box without a first edition. And about a year ago, the base set 2 Charizards were worth about £10 more than the original base set Unlimited because they were less printed, but the base set Charizards, original base set Charizards, have skyrocketed and the base set 2 Charizards have remained the same, around £40 to £50, so $65. The third and 4th printing of a Charizard was in fact the Dark Charizard from the set Team Rocket, released on April 24th, 2000. There were 2 versions of the same card in the set. Now, I would have combined them as the same card, but they're not because they have 2 different numbers. The first was a holo rare, number 4 out of 82, and the second was the exact same art, just not holo, and this was card number 21 out of the 82 card set. But these both had 2 different variants. You had the unlimited and of course the first edition. The first edition non-holo Charizard is going to set you around £15 to £20, whereas the unlimited non-holo is only going to be around £8, so $10. So the unlimited holo is going to cost you around £20 to £25, so about $30. I've seen the first edition holo up for sale for £300. $400, which is ridiculous. No one is paying that money for that. You're living in a dream. But if you do pay around 70 to 80, so around $90 to $100, you're doing well. Well done. Pat on the back for you. The fifth was a holo rare, Blanes Charizard from the set Gym Challenge, released on the 16th of October 2000. Again, they had the first and unlimited editions. Now the unlimited for this is going for around £40, so $50 at the moment, which is quite a lot for an unlimited. The first edition, you're not going to find for less than $200, so $250 really. That's what you're looking at for that. But it is a lovely card. It's a really nice card and really sought after as well because of the nostalgia factor behind it. Now the 6th card ever printed is the famous Shining Charizard, the one we all know where it's flying off into the distance. And as you all know, that's part of the Neo Destiny set. Card number 107 out of 105, so it was in fact a secret holo, and was released on the 28th of Feb 2002. Now the unlimited, you're looking at around £250 to £300. That is around $400 for an unlimited Charizard, but it is a thing of beauty. So the first edition, this is gonna hurt, it's gonna cost you around £800 or $1,000. Ouch. Interesting fact, Neo Destiny is the last set to ever have had first editions, which is a shame because I love the idea of Pokemon bringing back first editions. It would be awesome. But the Wizards of the Coast sold to the Pokemon Company. Bye-bye first editions. The 7th, 8th and 9th were released in the Expedition base set, which was released on the 15th of September 2002. This was the first set to have the e-reader, which you could swap your cards on a Game Boy Advance peripheral and unlock certain abilities or stuff, I think, from one of the games. Also, the first Pokemon set to include holo rares that weren't reprints. Good to know. There were 2 non-holo Charizards in this set. Number 39 and number 40 both have the same market value price. Now the number 39 and the number 40 normal non-reverse holos are going to set you back around £15. Whereas the reverse holos, interestingly enough, one of the few occasions where reverse holos are worth more, is going to set you around £20 to £25. Now the third Charizard in this set is in fact the same artwork as number 40, but it's a holo. Now the reverse holo of this is only worth around 30, whereas the actual holo itself is going for around 40 to 45, so $50 US. And I think the reason why the reverse holos are worth more is because the original cards aren't. Yeah, that's exactly why. The 10th is a secret rare holo, number 146 out of 144, and from the set Sky Ridge, released on the 13th of May 2003. Now if you know your Charizard cards, you will know that this is sometimes referred to as the Crystal Zard due to the colour of the card itself. The reverse holo version of this goes for around £300, so $400. That's insane. I would love to own one of these. Pretty sure that's not going to happen because that's expensive. The holo version you're not going to find for less for £1,100, or again $1,400, $1,500. I saw the other day one sell PSA 10 for £3,200. Who's got that kind of money lying around? The 11th is also a secret rare holo, number 100 out of 97. And from the set EX Dragon. Released on the 24th of November 2003. As far as I was aware, no secret rares even back then had reverse holos, so I couldn't find them. For all the 2 minutes I did of research, no, I did way more than that, I'm just joking. But for all the research I did, I couldn't find any evidence of this, so I'm just assuming there is no reverse holos of secret rares. But the secret rare will set you back £50. Try not to confuse this with the National Championship version, which was given away as a promo in the North American National Championships, which has a little sign so you can tell the difference. Now that is going to run you 150. I did say I wasn't going to include promos, but they didn't have a promo code and it wasn't a Black Star promo. It's the exact same card number, just the artwork is very slightly different. In fact, it's just a stamp on it. That is why. So if you see one for 150 and you're thinking, dude, you're out of your tree if you think I'm paying that, see if it's got the sign, and if you can get it for less than 150, you are winning. Now, thanks to the new different kinds of cards like Delta Species and EX cards, after 2003, it would be 4 years before Charizard got a normal card printing, as I call it. So the 12th printing of a normal Charizard was a holo rare, and it was number, I want to say 6 out of 108. I want to say 6 out of 108. If I'm wrong, I'll put the thing there. But anyway, that was from the set EX Power Keepers, released on Valentine's Day 2007. This isn't a particularly valuable Charizard. The reverse Charizard is only going to cost you about £12, so $15, and the holo itself is only running about £20, so $25 US. Hell of a bargain. Get them in your folders now before they start going up, because every Charizard is going to start going up eventually, because they do. That's just how it is. The 13th is a holo, number 3 out of 132, from the set Secret Wonders. Nearly said Stevie Wonders, I don't know why, but I just did. Released on the 7th of November 2002. I meant 2007, not 2. The reverse holo version of this is going for around £15, whereas the holo is going for around £20 to £30, so $35 to $40 US. But these have crept up very slightly in price in the last year, between £4 and £5, so keep your eye on them. They may start going up quite quickly. I don't know why. They are. The 14th is a secret rare, number 103, and it's from the set Stormfront. I've recorded that bit 3 times because I kept saying it wrong, because it's like tongue twister. And this was released on the 5th of November 2008. Now, this has been holding, like the Russian police, firm but fair at around £40, so $50 US for the last 2 years. I'm surprised by this because I quite like the artwork on it, but it hasn't risen. Maybe a bit of the green puts people off, I don't know. The 15th is number 1 out of 99 and a holo from the set Platinum Arceus, released on the 4th of November 2009. The holo version is actually quite cheap at the moment, between £5 and £10, so $10 to $15. The reverse rare of this is impossible to find. I couldn't find one on eBay anywhere or any of the other forums I use, like Instagram and stuff like that. Just couldn't find one. It's not particularly expensive, it's just really hard to find. It's only worth around £15 to £20, so $20 to $25 US. It's just difficult. I don't know why. The 16th is a holo, number 20 of 149, and is from the set Boundaries Crossed, released on the 8th of November 2012. The reverse holo of this is only going for around £3, so $5 US, which is cheap as chips for a Charizard card. And in case you didn't know, chips are what we call fries in the UK, and they're delicious. As you can tell, I eat a lot. And the holos of these are only going for around £5 to £6, so $8 to $9 US, which is pretty much one of the cheapest Charizards you can get out there. It's not the cheapest, but one of. The 17th is one of my favourite on this list. It's a secret rare textured gold Charizard. It's number 136 out of 135 and from the set Plasma Storm, released on the 6th of February 2013. Now, considering this card is only 5 years old, you will not find a decent example for less than £100, so $120 US. And if you can, I suggest you buy it because honestly, a beautiful card. I just think it's fantastic. It's got shiny Charizard on it, what more do you want? The 8th is a holo rare, number 19 out of 113 cards, and it's from the set Legendary Treasures, released on the 8th of November 2013. Now, there are two versions of this card. You have the normal holo, which is pullable from the booster packs, and then you have the promo holo. They look different, the holos are different. The pullable version is actually around £8, so $10 at the moment. The promo version is about £10 and is creeping up a little bit more, and I think it's because it's rarer. The pullable version they were more printed, whereas the promos there were. The promo is the one to start collecting. The reverse of the pullable version is around £15, so $20 US. And again, one of the rare cases where the reverse holo is worth more. But in this case, the original was actually a holo and not a non-holo, which makes it very interesting indeed, if you find stuff like that interesting. Okay, so the 19th was a holo rare from Radiant Collections. It was number 5 out of only 32 cards. This was packaged in with Generations at the end of the boosters. This was released on the 22nd of February 2016 and is by far the cheapest Charizard you can buy. I've seen them going for around £2.50, so $3 on eBay. That is so cheap for a Charizard and slightly saddening, because I don't think they should ever be that cheap. It's like Blue Eyes White Dragons, they should never be that cheap. Okay, I take that back. Getting a Charizard for quite cheap is quite cool. It means you can get lots of copies of it. But it just makes me feel weird, in a kind of good way. Sort of like eating McDonald's in the gym. Now, I just think it's the sheer quantity of these that makes them so cheap. And I don't think the weird jewel things on the sides helped either. What was that about? Okay, so the last ever and the 20th normal print of a Charizard is from Evolutions, released on the 30th of October 2016. This was basically a reprint of the base set Charizard, except the stats had been changed, I guess, to make it a little bit more relevant. It's never going to be relevant, but a little bit more relevant in the meta game. Now, these, about a year ago, the holo rares were going for around £5 to £6. They're around 12 to 14 now. They've crept up so quickly. Not even creeping, they've just ran up. They pegged it to the finish line. And the holos, again, last year they were about £9, £10. Now, cheapest I could find was 15 to 20. You need to be buying these right now because they are going to be 30 in the next year. You need one in your collection. Buy it now when you can. Next year, 30 quid. Trust me. I'm the dog. I'm not, but that would be so cool if I was. Okay, so there you have it. Every Charizard, excluding the promos, well, the Black Star promos, etc. Stuff you got in tins, excluding those. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. I've loved doing it. It was quite challenging doing all the research, but really fun. If I've missed a Charizard, let me know. I'd be really interested. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on it. If you could also let me know which Pokemon you guys would like to see me do next. I've got a couple of ideas, but I'd like you guys to tell me, really. And then I'll get working on that. Again, I want to do this for Yu-Gi-Oh! So if you've got any Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards you would like me to do this for, I will do it for that too. I've started doing this because no one else is doing it, and I thought, forget it, I'll do it, I'll be that guy. Oh, you. So thanks again for watching. If you like TCG stuff, I do collections, showing off collections, what to collect, how to collect, and documentaries on everything to do with TCG. If you like that stuff, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Remember, don't freak out, geek out.